Thursday afternoon, I'm Storm Track meteorologist Ashley Ann. Here's a live look in Birmingham. Temperatures already at 83 degrees. Southwest wind at around 6 miles an hour. Breaking down the remainder of your afternoon, holding in the mid 80s and staying that way through 7 o'clock tonight. I expect some rain for the weekend. More on that in your full forecast. CBS 42 News at noon starts right now.
Good afternoon, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, and all of Central Alabama. This is the CBS 42 News at noon.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the CBS 42 News at noon. We're glad you're joining us today. I'm Jamie Langley. Police locate a missing 19-month-old girl who was taken in a stolen car from a gas station in Bessemer last night. CBS 42 News reporter Matt Fernandez joins us live from Bessemer City Jail, where the suspect is in custody.
Jamie, police say that Jimmy Lee Wells is in jail right now. 19-month-old Mariah Rudolph was found safe in Alabaster this morning. Bessemer police say she was taken from a running car at a gas station last night on 19th Street around 8 p.m. The mother went into the gas station and left her child in the back seat. Investigators say Jimmy Lee Wells got into the Monte Carlo and drove away with the child. Police say they responded to a report of a child abducted. Helicopters and officers searched for the child throughout the night. Investigators say that Wells and the mother did know each other. Mariah Rudolph was found in Alabaster early this morning inside the car by an Alabaster police officer. Wells was found also in Alabaster.
I can say that tips have been helpful in locating people in the past, and it was definitely helpful on this occasion as well.
And Mariah Rudolph was taken to an area hospital as a precaution. She's expected to be okay. The Bessemer Police Department is working close with the District Attorney's Office. Live in Bessemer, Matt Fernandez, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.
Developing right now, Birmingham police take 2 people into custody after they find weapons and explosives in a truck. They found them on 1st Avenue North this morning. Investigators tell us the driver is facing weapons and explosive charges, and the passenger is facing other charges as well. New at noon today, an Alabama teenager who went missing more than a year ago is found in Texas, but questions remain as to what happened to her. Calvin Thornton and his wife Teresa have kept a light burning in their front window to help their niece Alicia Freeman find their way home. Well, she first went missing in Crenshaw County back in December of 2015. Alicia's family traveled to El Paso, Texas to meet with her. And FBI agents were also there and snapped pictures of her smiling and looking happy and healthy.
All I care about is the fact that my niece has been found. She's safe, she's alive. Right now that's the biggest focus, and that's the only thing we're going to focus on. We'll get the answers in time.
Well, authorities in Crenshaw County say they will speak with reporters once they receive information from the FBI. Happening today, State Representative Johnny McMorrow is set to bring forth a resolution condemning Rebecca Caldwell Mason. Morrow called Mason an evil woman who had an alleged affair with former Governor Robert Bentley. Well, the 8-page resolution cites that she refused to cooperate with the investigation of the former governor and that she's behind his wrongful actions. Happening today, pro-life legislation is making its way through the Alabama State House, and one is an amendment that would make Alabama a pro-life state. If this legislation passes, it could be on your ballot in the next general election. The Supreme Court's ruling in Roe v. Wade affirmed that a woman's right to have an abortion. But if the federal government were to change its stance, some lawmakers say that this constitutional amendment would be like a legal backstop and backing for state laws limiting abortion. Many pro-choice advocates say this isn't necessary. Other pro-life legislation will be voted on today as well.
And turning our attention to weather, bright sunshine. That's really all I have to say about today. And warm temperatures already in the low to mid 80s across the board. 84 in Tuscaloosa, and that's where we're looking live at this almost postcard kind of a day. Just a few clouds in Birmingham, 83 degrees there. Winds are calm, mostly sunny sky in Gadsden. Temperatures in Gadsden right now at 80. Low to mid 80s across central Alabama. Some of our warmer spots, though, West Alabama. Topping off 84, Moundville, Tuscaloosa, with upper 70s still remaining from Center, Anniston, all the way down through Ashland and Alexander City. Hour by hour breakdown, that sunshine is going to be in full supply through the afternoon. Mid 80s is where we're going to head towards the afternoon, and we're staying in the 80s even through 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. There will be some changes, though, as we move into the weekend. Rains on tap and a big cool down. I'll break down when that wet weather returns and just how cool those temperatures will get get ahead in your Storm Track 7-day forecast. Jamie?
Thanks, Ashley. Covering Tuscaloosa today, even with A-Day this weekend, busy roads are closing for a separate event. Real-time traffic anchor Rachel Lumberg has the details for you.
Monitoring all afternoon commutes over in Tuscaloosa. Some road closures going to be in place tomorrow morning that you need to be aware of, starting at 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Multiple roads going to be closed. This information released from the city of Tuscaloosa for the USA Triathlon that's going to be held over there. Jack Warner Parkway closed from 28th Avenue to McFarland Boulevard. 28th Avenue then closed from Jack Warner to University Boulevard. And Riverwalk also closed from the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater to the River Market. We'll continue to monitor this. There's even more road closures set for Saturday morning, so be sure to tune in tomorrow morning to the CBS 42 Morning News, and we'll have it all for you. All those details will be on our morning show as well as on our social media pages. That's the latest for now with your real-time traffic.
New today, tensions continue to build between the United States and North Korea, and this comes while President Trump prepares to host the Italian Prime Minister at the White House. Well, the U.S. and South Korea are holding joint military exercises on the Korean Peninsula, and the Pentagon says it will administer 2 tests of a missile defense system it's setting up in South Korea next month. Meanwhile, the U.S. is conducting a 90-day review of the Iran nuclear deal. Covering Inslee, police arrest a teenager that they believe set a house fire on Tuesday. People living in the community say they are happy to hear about the arrest, but they are still questions of safety after another fire in that area. The majority of the arson cases in the area are vacant homes, but that does not make it any easier for the people who live nearby.
The people are afraid. They do not know what's going on. They do not know what to do because these fires are being set not only now for the homes, but garages.
Police are not releasing the name of the 16-year-old charged in Tuesday's arson case because of his age, but investigators say that if you have any information about the other fires, please call Crime Stoppers. Still ahead this afternoon, police in Florida make a big arrest in a gun shop smash and grab. It's all caught on camera. And coming up, who is now in custody and what police say could happen next. You're watching the CBS 42 News at noon. Stick around. We'll be right back.
You're watching the CBS 42 News at noon.
Welcome back. Well, today marks the 7-year anniversary of the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, also known as the BP oil spill. It was officially sealed on September 19th of 2010, and the U.S. government estimates that 4.9 million barrels of oil leaked during the spill. 11 people were killed in the initial explosion. Today also marks the 18th anniversary of the deadly Columbine school shooting in Colorado. On April 20th of 1999, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold went on a shooting rampage at the school, killing 12 students and 1 teacher. More than 20 others were hurt, and the Columbine shooting is one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history. Hard to believe it's been 18 years now. New at noon, 2 17-year-olds are facing armed burglary charges for their alleged role in this Florida gun shop smash and grab. Surveillance video of the crime gained national attention earlier this month. It shows a stolen pickup truck crashing through the storefront before 3 suspects began smashing and looting display cases. The 3 teens were arrested yesterday after turning themselves in. They are charged as adults, and more arrests are expected, according to police. So your time right now is 12:11, and one major bank is working to become more autism friendly. Still ahead, who Regions is now partnering with, and the changes that you'll likely notice the next time you do your banking.
And temperatures are taking off today, already in the low 80s in many spots. Could we be nearing 90 this afternoon? And what about a weekend cool down and rain? Lots to talk about. Stay tuned. That's ahead in your Storm Track 7-day forecast.
You're watching the CBS 42 News at noon.
Okay, it seems like we're in that limbo stage of the seasons, the 4 seasons we experience. We sometimes have sunshine, sometimes have rain, but today we got sunshine, right?
Sunshine and heat. It almost feels a little bit like a taste of summer out there.
That's not sticking around, is it?
It's not, which is good news because, gosh, we'd be in for a long stretch of summer if that were the case. But this time of year, we're slowly transitioning into those warmer days. Give it about 4 more weeks. Memorial Day week, that's generally, we call it the unofficial start to summer, even though meteorologically it doesn't start till later in June. afternoon. Now, look at the skies right now. They're blue as can be in Tuscaloosa. Temperatures in T-Town sitting at 84 currently, 80 in Gadsden. Winds are calm, 83 now in Birmingham. Temperatures across the board in the 80s with the exception of the far eastern communities there right along that Georgia state line. Just a punch of drier air there has kept those temperatures in the upper 70s, but they'll land in the mid 80s later in the afternoon. But because West Alabama is warmer right now, I expect their temperatures to climb at least another 3 or so degrees. 86 in Tuscaloosa for your high. Utah at 87, plenty of sunshine. A few passing fair weather cumulus clouds today in the eastern half of the state, keeping temperatures at Gadsden 84, 83 in Anniston, as well as Alexander City. Ridge of high pressure dominates our weather right now, but we're already beginning to see signs of this ridge kind of, I would say, breaking down just a bit. Even a couple of pop-up showers around central Alabama. That's because this warm front is lifting to the north, and that will provide us a little bit of moisture in the atmosphere. Things are going to feel sticky, and some of those clouds could squeeze out a raindrop or two, but here's the big picture. I want to talk about the weekend and the big changes. So looking at your future cast right now, rainfall north of us tomorrow. And I actually think tomorrow stays pretty dry, but it becomes a bit more stormy as we move through Saturday. Now notice Saturday morning, high and dry for us, but just before your lunch hour, that's when that cold front begins moving in, and that will provide rain from anywhere from Huntsville all the way through Birmingham down towards Monroeville. And then from about 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., it scoots through central and into East Alabama. By 7 o'clock, most of that rain is down towards the Wiregrass, and by Sunday morning, most of the rain's out of here, but there could be some wraparound moisture, so I will keep rain in the early morning forecast on Sunday. On the leading edge of that cold front, we could have some gusty winds and the potential for some hail, not out of the realm of possibility considering how warm it's been too. And that is why we're issuing a weather aware to kick off the weekend. Now, that being said, as we transition into Sunday, that rain should really taper early in the day. Temperatures, though, will be dropping. So keep in mind, if you step outside right now, it's 86. You take that back, switch those numbers around to 68, and that's your high temperature on Sunday. But turning more sunny and seasonable in the 70s early next week. And that's a look at your Storm Track 7-day forecast. Jamie?
Oh, thanks, Ashley. Children with autism can often struggle inside the classroom, but one school is working to change all that. It's pretty neat. Next, we introduce you to the high-tech robots helping children in big ways. You don't want to miss that. You're watching the CBS 42 News at noon. Major breaking news just into our newsroom at this hour. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation confirms that missing student Elizabeth Thomas has been found safe in Northern California. Her former teacher, Tad Cummings, is now under arrest, and their Twitter page says that an afternoon press conference is scheduled today. Of course, stay with CBS 42 for the very latest on air and online at WIAT.com. We'll have much more coming up on that press conference, as well as more at 5 and 6 o'clock today. Also new today, Regions Bank is becoming more autism friendly. The company is partnering with the Autism Society of Alabama to provide special services. And now Regions Banks across Alabama are offering bags of stress relief balls, sunglasses, and earplugs. They also provide a quiet room for those on the spectrum. And Regions says that they want all of their customers to feel welcome and comfortable at their branches.
When the Autism Society approached Regions and asked if we would be interested in becoming an autism-friendly environment, I just thought that that was a fabulous opportunity, that we could maybe serve a segment of the population that maybe has not always felt welcome within a business or a corporation.
Well, the participating Regions branches will have notifications on the teller's lapels and also in the windows to let you know that you have access to those resources. Children with autism often struggle with social skills, and this is something that can affect their learning in the classroom. But now, teachers and parents at one Dallas school have some high-tech help. Take a look at this. This new robot is called Milo, and he helps children with autism learn how to work through social situations in the classroom. Richard Margolin and his company RoboKind spent 3 years developing Milo, and he can smile or frown while interacting with students.
When you bring technology into it, it's something they can engage with. It's something that's less overwhelming to them.
Right now, Milo is being used in 285 schools nationwide, and the creators hope to expand to 2,000 schools by the end of the year. Milo's creator says that a priority was making the robot affordable for schools. So the company is currently working on new characters to use with its curriculum. Well, the news at noon does not stop here. We're right back with more right after the break, so don't go anywhere.
Looking for new indoor or outdoor furniture can be overwhelming. There's so many styles and colors to choose from, and of course, there's the big question of how to integrate your new with the old.
I had a couple that had recently purchased a lake house, and they inherited some of the an older collection, so we just kind of took what they had. We ordered new cushions for the older collection, and then we just integrated some of our newer products with that, and it was absolutely amazing.
You need help with those big decisions, and people like Rachel Hawk, who's a design consultant with Summer Classics, are there to help you out.
We help them realize, that it doesn't matter if it's an older collection. We still have things that we can integrate with their older things.
She works with what you have to integrate the new with the old, making timeless pieces seem new again.
We'll take, some of our colorists, and we'll put them on pillows and do something bright, bold on like a pillow or on a chair, like a lounge chair, something bold to kind of bring out their area.
So if you're ready to buy that indoor or outdoor furniture, this is the perfect time of year to do that, because you could save literally thousands of dollars. That's because Summer Classics is having a huge 48-hour sale. It's going on right now, and they're taking 40 to 60% off all of their outdoor furniture. But if you're still wondering how to get started.
Well, a good starting point, really just for maybe them making an appointment for one of us, the design consultants, to come out and see what we're working with, so we can kind of help. Maybe we just integrate a chair for now with, one of those bold colors I was talking about, or a pattern of some sort, just to get things rolling.
Get the help you need to bring beautiful furniture and accessories into your home by coming to Summer Classics on Highway 31 in Pelham.
Come out. Yes, we will help you, and, we want you to have the best of the best.
The preceding portion of the CBS 42 News at Noon was sponsored by Summer Classics.
Right now, we are following more breaking news, this time out of Clay County, where a 1-year-old child is missing. That child went missing from Lineville Post Office on Highway 41. Police say that the child is with 29-year-old Tiara Ingram, who is believed to have a history of mental illness. We'll have more on this at 5 and 6. Join us then.